I'm about to dive into the world of olive oils. If you've ever traveled to Europe, you know many regions take a lot of pride in this special food. Eliza Ward from Seattle's Chef Shop is here with me today to be my guide and walk me through it. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Yes. So what are we taste testing today? What is going on?
Well, I want to do two things today. First, I want to talk a little bit about what a consumer can do sitting in a grocery store environment with limited information to know that what they're getting is actually extra virgin olive oil, which is what they're looking for. And then I thought we'd do a little taste test, go through different olive oils from different countries that have different flavor profiles, and you can tell me what you think.
I love it. Okay, so when I'm at the grocery store, what am I supposed to be looking for?
Okay, so the first thing is you want an extra virgin olive oil because we consume olive oil because we want the flavor or we want the health benefits. Those are the two things, and you're only going to get that in an extra virgin olive oil. But just because it says it's extra virgin olive oil doesn't mean it actually is extra virgin olive oil. So there's a couple other things you can look for to help you feel confident that that's what you're actually getting when you buy it.
And what are you supposed to be looking for?
Okay, so the first thing you want to look for is a harvest date, which is different than an expiration date. So for example, here you'll see harvest 2023. That is the current harvest because they harvest in the fall. And like currently, at this current moment, 2023 is the current harvest. I wouldn't buy anything older than a 2022. The reason it's important—
I never knew this was a thing.
I know, right? The reason it's important is because expiration dates don't really mean anything. It doesn't tell you the age of the oil that's actually in the bottle. So you want to know how old that oil is, because age is kind of a thing. As an olive oil ages, it's going to lose its flavor and it's going to lose its health benefits.
Love it. Okay, so that's something to look for there.
Yeah, something to look for. Second thing is you want to look for an estate bottled olive oil. So fraud is a big issue in the olive oil industry. Most of that fraud occurs in the bulk market. So staying away from the bulk market, focusing on the estate market means that chances are it's actually 100% olive oil that's in the bottle. Because when we're looking for olive oil, we want it to be olive oil, right? We don't want it to be cut with other things.
We sure do. So do we get to taste test a little now?
Yeah, a little bit. No, but let me just talk real quickly. And then the last thing you really want to look for is price. Really, there's kind of a bottom for a good extra virgin olive oil. You don't want it to be probably less than about $25. If you're spending about 15 bucks, that's kind of a clue that maybe what you're getting is not 100% extra virgin and it's not 100%.
Darn, so my Trader Joe's olive oil.
Well, I don't want to mention names. I don't want to mention names here. But you know, that's sort of my bottom is $25.
Okay.
So going down the line here, this is a very classic French oil, southern France from Nice. It's a 100% Niçoise late harvest olive. So the flavor of olive oil is really going to come out in two ways, either the variety of the olive or when that olive was picked. So a green olive is just an unripe black olive, and the flavors are going to vary considerably between green and black. This is a late harvest oil, which means it's a black harvested oil. It's a ripe oil. You're going to get those fruity flavors, those olivey flavors, very mild.
I can shoot this. You said to taste it.
You can do it however you want.
Well, why not?
So this kind of oil you're going to want to use when you don't want the oil to be the main star of the show. Really, it's a carrier for flavors. You're going to use it in a traditional French, like bolognese, where the flavors might be very delicate, and you really are there to help carry those flavors, not add flavor to the dish.
Yeah, to me, this just tastes like a delicious olive oil, traditional, like you said,
right, very
light,
fruity, very light,
yes.
right? And you can see from the color, it's also a very light color. This one is a southern Italian oil, a Tonda Iblea from Sicily. This is the extreme in the other direction. You're going to get those green grassy flavors. You're going to get those herbaceous flavors. This you want to use when the olive oil is really the star of the show, right? So like you're making a traditional pasta with olive oil. There's only 2 ingredients. Really, the olive oil is carrying all the flavor there or adding all the flavor to the dish.
Wow. That is absolutely fantastic. I mean, both are 10 out of 10. I love it.
But very different, right?
Yes,
very, very different. This one's going to be very strong. A very traditional Southern Italian. This one is a classic. It's the Nunez from the Andalusia region of Spain. This is kind of in the middle, right? The Spaniards kind of like that in the middle, where it's going to add to the dish. You might finish your here. You can have that.
Have a little.
You might finish your tapas with it. I use it in my stuffed piquillo pepper recipe. And so it has a lot of flavor to it. It's going to add to the dish, but it's not going to overpower the dish.
Am I tasting garlic in here, or am I just
You're going to get some
dreaming?
citrusy
Okay.
notes. You're going to get some citrusy notes. You're going to get some bitter notes. You're going to get some green notes. You're going to get that peppery.
Yeah,
All
maybe
of
it's the pepper.
All of those are compounds called polyphenols, and the more of that you have in your olive oil, the more flavor you have, and the more health benefits you're going to get from that olive oil.
Okay, well, this is my fave so
Really?
far.
Oh,
Yes,
interesting.
I love it. I can't wait to hear your fave. But okay, fourth one on the list.
Fourth one is a Greek olive oil, 100% Koroneiki from the Sparta region of Greece. Classic olive from the Greek region. This is really kind of your workhorse. So when you're spending, this is about $30. So you can really use it for anything. It kind of hits all those middle flavor notes. It has enough in it to give it bounce to a nice dish, but it may not overpower a dish. You can finish your, you finish your hummus with
Ooh.
it. You can dip your bread in it.
Yeah, that would be a good one with bread.
Yeah, so really this is kind of your all-purpose finishing olive oil.
Okay, and what is this surprise over here? Are we both?
Okay, so this olive oil is made by the same people as these guys. It's a Greek olive oil. It is actually produced in order to maximize the amount of oleocanthal that's in there. That is the polyphenol that you get in olive oil that has all the anti-inflammatory properties. And so they have grown an olive that's naturally high in polyphenols in the oleocanthal. They have picked it and rushed it to the press in order to press it very quickly before the olive the flavor starts to diminish. They press it under low temperatures in order to maintain the polyphenol, and then they store it at low temperature. So all of it is focused on, so this is for you functional eaters out there who want to add this to their coffee or their smoothie in the morning, and they want to get all that health benefits.
Well, cheers. I'm loving the health benefits, and I'm loving all of your information, because I would just go blindly into the grocery store and have no idea. So everyone needs to check y'all out at Chef Shop.
The New Day Northwest Kitchen is brought to you by Safeway.